Hello. Hello there. Time to continue playing the game. Yep, that's what we're doing today. I gotta open the game, obviously, but we're gonna play that today. Yeah. Yeah, go here. Yep, skip the intro, please. Load the game. Yeah, you load it, and then we gotta go over minimize that, maximize that, over there, start the music, here, then catch the game. Up, skip one. Oh, Jesus, phone, stop. Nope, shut up. Here we go. Okay. Oh, dang it. Dropping it. Got okay, so we need to here. Oh wait, no, we're on that screen. Good. Here, then there, then that, and check on this. That's 6. Okay, then go back to yes, and go to game playing. We should be ready. Yes, cool. Okay. There's the thing. Cool. Okay. No idea what we're doing today, but we're doing something. Okay. Yeah. By the way, if you're in chat and you're also in the Discord, please do look at the thing I put up in the art channel. That is a quest I'm starting there because I wanted to do it and I'm not going to don't have the confidence to do it in like a site like of sufficient velocity. Do not have the confidence for that. Who's next to level up? There we go. Okay. Now we're exploring around the city. I do not know what we're doing here for. Hi, button. Oh, it's him again. Please leave. I'm kind of enjoying doing that. It's hard for me because I don't have a creative on my body, even though I come up with an idea, and I'm just like, oh, I hate my own writing so much. On a pedestal of rock, there's a silver urn. Yeah, okay, yeah. Nothing we can do. Got it. Enemies in here, okay. Hey, yep. I'm gonna fire all these ones. No need to go full on yet, I think. There we go. Oh. Okay. Attached to the door is half a brass goblet, cupping a small slot in the lap. Okay, so I can't go through there right now. Got it. Holy City, Monk. Hello, you're here. Hello. Thank you for playing along with the quest so far, Clips. I'm kind of enjoying doing it, even if I'm horrible at writing. That's the goblet of door. Okay, goblet doors. We have goblet doors. Why we have goblet doors? We have goblet doors. Oh, so that's what that means. Okay. Everyone back over? Okay. I'm excited to keep doing that quest. We need to get more people either on that Discord in, or I need to get my friends to play along, because 2 people means that we get ties too often. Can I just take it? No, I can't. Oh, there's just monks. Yeah, just monks. Kill them all. There we go. Oh great, they cast an annoying spell. Great. The process of doing this quest so far is interesting, I gotta say. Mostly because I'm liking the writing. It's kind of hard I do hate my own writing still, but it's fun. Like, I like crafting a story and making one based on what you guys want. It's cool. I'm looking forward to doing more of it. Hopefully, in the distance, you hear a horrid moaning. It is drawing nearer. It's horrible, ghastly. It's... Part of you almost wants to draw the thing, but the rational part of you knows that it'll end up compressing it and get way long low. Dwelling's own monk swaggers by Yeho Hick brothers. He thinks Hick, the malodorous scum of Dane, may have stampede of milling toads defecated in their respective mouths. Hick are after. Out here in the peaches, Hick, you haven't seen any around here, have you? Hick? A part of you wants to draw the thing. What do you mean when you say draw the thing? Do you mean like draw the shober? Okay, do you have anything for us? Heavy stamina. You don't. Give me a spell stuff. My mic seems quiet tonight. Hold on a second. Let me check this out. Hold on a second. I'm gonna stop talking for a bit. Okay, there we are. We should be back. Hold on a second. Let me put this up over here. Put this over here. Am I still quiet? F for fixing? Yeah, there was an F for fixing. You mean like take the parts you wrote after the choices are made and make it into a comic kind of deal? I mean, I kind of want to do that, yeah. I think that kind of be cool. It would be, admittedly, as you point out, would be... I'm not sure if it would flow as well, honestly, but maybe it would, maybe it wouldn't. Oh no, that's right, we want to sell to him. By the way, if you ever have, like, a moment where just, like, I kind of think it's cool if you discuss, like, why you're making the choices you do occasionally, too. Because I think that's kind of... That's interesting to hear why you're choosing to do A over C or what have you. I sound good now? Great-o. Okay, that's probably... So it's probably just location. But... Yeah, what I was saying. I think it's really, cable trolley. Ohio bow is a lot. I think it's really cool when people discuss what why they're making the choices. Maybe you got a little too far or started talking a little quiet. Oh, I could make it flow just fine. Yeah. It's just thing giblet. Yeah, we'll sell that one. That's what the decompression expansion things would be for. True. Expanding upon what happens and stuff like in between, yeah. Like I'm wondering when I should do larger parts and when I should do shorter parts. So like, I'm thinking in the next part after you do this vote, it's gonna be a longer one, because I'm gonna describe one of the sequences you're gonna see, because that's spoilers. That's going to be the result of your choice, is you're going to see a sequence, a dream or more or less, an event that happened in the past. Yeah, you're going to see an event, something that happened in the past, and then you're going to see other stuff too. And then, well, then I'm not the other stuff, then I'm going to describe some stuff, and then we're going to move on, hopefully, maybe, if it works out well. I don't really need that ammo. Okay, so let's buy that heavy stamina potion now. Coolio. What are you gonna... When am I gonna do the animated S parts? No, I'm not skilled. I'm not skilled, Cliff. I could never do that kind of shite. Ugh. That stuff in Homestuck was really impressive. Like, Homestuck sadly did leave the realm completely of a choose your own adventure kind of thing eventually, which meant that like I like Homestuck did really cool stuff, but I think because it left completely the choose your own adventure route, it does mean that it is a very different experience compared to what you get otherwise. Also, this ain't good. Yo, fireball, please. By the way, I was right about the name you were trying to go with when you said not Reimu, right? You meant Miku. Miko, rather. I hope so, or otherwise, whoop, so. But I'm finding it, I'm really excited as when we get farther in. Hopefully we'll get farther in. Because then choices are going to start having expansive effects, I think, and that's going to be cool. If I write this correctly, it should have effects. And you probably already noticed, like, the general, like, the choice of how you reacted to the voice in the Yin Yang Ball. You think the story Hussey did before Homestuck was completely choose your own adventure, you think? I think it, well, oh, you're talking about his before, yeah, that one was completely choose your own adventure, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if, I never read that one, but I do know which one you're talking about. Any more XP? Problem Sleuths, I think? I think that's what it was called. There's enough references to it in Homestuck that I actually do think I know the name of it. Solely through the amount of times he referenced the bloody stuff. Yeah, another brass goblet. No idea what that's about. Nah, we can't do that. I think like what I was saying before. Yeah, that's right. Yes, that one. Yeah, I got the name right. He did stuff references to it in his thing. That was interesting. What I was saying about this? That's right. The choice with how you reacted to the Yin Yang Orb was, as you probably could guess by the next part, was to give an idea of what the main MC would be like, how they would react, and their general disposition. If I could get that down. That's at least what I was trying to get from that, because as you pointed out before, then it was just like, it was very plain. You think you remember of Problem Sleuth was Ace Stick and Spoke-Treatude? I think that's what you said. Maybe, hopefully I got that right. Anyway, here, let's launch a nuke. But I am excited to get to the RPG-ish elements of this, and the allotments, and the powers you guys get and stuff, and seeing what you guys are gonna do. Like, I think that's gonna be really cool. Oh god, they're casting a lot of spells, aren't they? Oh look, they're annoying! Oh my god, I hate them. I hate them. Let's commit suicide, because these guys are annoying, and I don't want to fight them because they're annoying. Oh, what? Circular logic? Nah, just gonna break them in half. Oh, this kind of stuff makes me want to just delete them from the game code. Magic is a sin! No, I didn't mean to quit the game! Oh, that was a mistake. You want Rumi to be our starter for the reason stated in the Discord. It definitely will be interesting to see which one you guys go with. You know, I'm considering so far the story I've got isn't actually all that Touhou related on the surface. Like, geez, actually, I don't think I've mentioned a single Touhou name, have I? Huh. So hopefully I can get my friends to at least look at what's happened so far, and hopefully get them involved, because while there are going to be heavier references to Touhou and what happens in it, what we have so far isn't very deep, and it's very lightly touching on what's happened rather than being hard. So hopefully that can draw them in a bit, or at least draw them in enough to cast the votes. It's very clearly Touhou. It is? Okay, that's good to check. I'm very... just going by what you've described so far. Okay. That makes me a bit happy to hear that even with how there isn't much there yet, it's clear. As you go, you'll dig deeper into that. Yeah. Right now, as I've kind of set up with the story, it's been a long time since the end of Gensokyo. That in the descent, Miko doesn't even know like the name of the place. She just knows it as the land of fantasy. Which I think is intriguing. I think that's not just interesting. I think it helps for fans of Touhou to understand like just how far away from the history is, or how little knowledge Miko actually has. The main character Miko, you know. Yeah, yeah, because the next chapter is going to be going in depth about, like, the basic goals I have for the next chapter are to go in depth about what options you have, the general, word from the legendary person in the chat. I'm going to try go in, if you literally translate Gensokyo, I know Gensokyo translated is just land of fantasy. I know. What no one calls, it's like calling, how do I put this? It's kind of akin to calling saying the name of a hill in another language, and then being like, well, translated, that's just hill, and then it's just like, yeah, but it's not hill, it's called this thing. Even if it means just hill, it's not called hill. What I was saying, yeah. The next chapter, I'm going to be trying to get it's probably going to be longer, just because I need to establish the scene thing. I also need to kill ourselves right now. I need to establish and help solidify what your options are in the beginning, what you can do and stuff like that, or what you might want to do, because it's going to be very open-ended, obviously. So I want to make sure you understand, at least on the surface, like what each option will be for, what each thing would do, possibly, things like that. And another kill. Great. Jesus. You know, I have to be honest, one of the things I'm most worried about right now with the writing is just, like, naming things, because naming things is hard. It's like, it's not easy to name stuff, I think. That means that I'm just kind of, like, in this nervous state where I'm just like, oh, we're naming things already, like, I'm happy that I was able to decide on Zen for the starting town's name so quickly, because, oh, Jesus. Also, I have no clue what we're doing right now. Here or something? No? Okay. How so? I'm just not good with names. I'm just, in general, not very good with coming up with names that aren't just complete random, and I don't like having completely random names. I like having at least some reason for having a name beyond just like, I don't know, I can't think of anything. It's just a personal thing for me. I like having names mean something in some capacity or have a reason for it. Even if it's like very simple, the reason it's what I want. Okay, we left Moncara because I don't know where to go. So what are these things? I don't know. Kill them. But it's just like a thing, personal pet peeve of how I do things. You can get that? Yeah, it's that feeling of like, I don't want to waste what I have, I guess, is putting it in the best way I can think of right now. I'm also not looking like, this is more or less going to be a lot of OCs in this story. You tend to just want something that fits nice with the character and sounds good. Makes sense. What I just said there. There's gonna be a lot of OCs in this story, and that's primarily because of our setting. Look at how far in the flung in the future we are, or at least how far in time we're in. And then just realize, like, oh, everyone's basically dead, aren't they? And it's just like, So like, I'm gonna have to come up with a lot of characters. And, like, I like the idea, honestly. I like the challenge of it, but, basically, I'm taking the ideas. Like, sometimes if you haven't named a character, you'll have a letter in mind, which becomes one of their initials. Still not a bad way of doing it. What I was saying, though, like, I'm more or less taking the idea of Toho, of Gensokyo and its setting, of how it functions, with, like, belief, faith, fear, and things like that. Oh god, these guys are high level. And I'm taking that into a full-on story. Because those ideas by themselves, I think, are extremely interesting. So I like doing it, playing around with that, I think is going to be very fun. Especially with the, I'm not sure if I would call it a gimmick, but the transformation and power things. I think that's really cool, too. You want to tip right away? Sure. I assume you mean in regard to the name thing, but go ahead, yeah. I'd be up for it. Try not to think of them or label them as OCs. Just think of them as characters, then, I assume. Okay. Yeah, because OCs have like the, what is it? Not the stipulation, but like, the stereotypes associated with them. So I see what you're kind of saying already. Just don't think of them within those stereotypes. Think of them just as their own people. Think of them as characters in the story, not think of them as characters first and OCs never. Yeah, you're right. That's something I really should do because it doesn't help me if I don't do that. They won't be Tuo's and they'll be yours. Yeah. I do like the fact, by the way, that with the and they will be OCs, but they're not OCs first and foremost. That's the main thing. Just don't preemptively slap that label on them. You're right. I am kind of really excited to make characters because, as I've already laid out in the little tiny opening snippet and implied with how insane the technological level of humans in this world are, yeah, they are capable of doing stuff like turning aluminum into gold. That's not a challenge for them. That put you in a better psychological frame of mind to write them. I see. But as I was saying just now, I agree with what you think in this case. What I was just saying, yeah. I don't think that's quite enough XP. I think it's going to be really. I think it's gonna be really interesting because I've already any fantasy side. I'll speak about this in index terms because index terms work well here. Any fantasy side characters are going to have their power or ability be impossible or incredibly unlikely. Isn't that a real thing? It's not as easy as it is here, though. Even if it is a real thing, which I don't think you can do it easily, though, in our life, and that's because of atoms hate being solid material hates being manipulated in that way. So it is extremely expensive, extremely not worthwhile, and is not something you should ever bother doing because there's not a good enough reason to do it. Like, the thing that I'm thinking of, it will be, like, it's so simple for them that they're just able to do it for whenever they want. Like, I like the idea that it's just so stupid. Yeah, it's so stupid to say in the Yo Solo, that's not worth it. Yeah, in this current setting, it is worth it. It is perfectly fine. More or less, I'll also be taking cues from the world described in Renko Ameribo's time of that level of advancement and stuff. Do you want to hear my personal interpretation of some of the Toho elements, by the way, that I'm going to be probably incorporating in the story at some point? And when I say Toho elements, I mean the same line as the yokai require fear to exist and things like that. Because I do have an idea, or at least a concept of why certain things can happen and why they can't otherwise. Dragon. I'm not sure how I'm going to use these elements necessarily, but I know I'm going to use them at some point. Punching lizards. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, I guess I should... Okay, so... Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna say this. You know how Renko and Maribel have powers and abilities? Now, I kind of thought about that for a second. I'm just like, wait a second. They have powers and abilities despite the fact that they are in a world where fantasy is more than a little bit dead, normally. And, like, as it's been described there. And it kind of made me just think, why do they still have powers and abilities that we normally associate with Gensokyo only? And I kind of thought about it more, like, okay, Maribel has Yukari connections, and that's like, okay, you have some explanation and leeway there. But what about Renko? And then I thought about it for a bit, and I was like, Renko's an interesting case, because her ability is very simple, admittedly. The ability to perfectly tell time when looking at the sky, and that's very simple. But it made me think that, like, gods run off belief, yokai run off fear, and humans are, like, run on themselves. Like, they don't require... To me, Reiko, her too. Except she comes from a time where fantasy hasn't been completely killed off. Remember, she's the ancestor of Renko, so she doesn't... So she has some leeway, more so than other stuff. And the idea that humans are special in that they can just spontaneously, as we've seen with Kosuzu, spontaneously develop powers and abilities. Yeah, and also to Sumiriko's extent, it is an ability you can train, but humans just can develop powers, and Kosuzu and Renko are kind of the proof of that even in both times where fantasy is widespread and where fantasy is effectively dead, people can still develop abilities and powers. Ancestor. It's an ancestor because, actually, I think it's Sumiriko is Renko's great aunt, if I'm not mistaken, or something along those lines. I'd have to check the wiki, but I know I don't know how distantly they're related to each other off the top of my head. But yeah, it's why I'm going to be able to have humans in the story with powers, because that's how the world in Touhou has proven to work. It can happen. Oh no, it's a single crow. Murder it. That would make sense. Which part would make sense? The Sumiriko being an aunt, or what I said about powers? Okay, Sumiriko being an aunt. How much more XP till Clips levels up? Quite a bit. Oh yeah. Xenobites, a little bit more healing on heal. Okay. Bring it. Just murder this skelly boy. I'm excited. I'm so excited. I have some vague ideas in mind for how the story could go right now. I'm not gonna say those because that would be actually, like, since you're actually participating, it would be spoilers. But I'm excited to see if any of them will come to fruition, or if you guys are gonna take a path I just I did not expect in the slightest or something. Ooh, these guys are decently high leveled. But where murder is, so we can just do this. Sure. Well, possibly. What do you want to know? Oh, dang it. You could just murder the crows, please. Is there something of an actual plot, or is it going to be more slice of life? It's probably going to be plot. The plot's not going... So... The plot isn't going to... How do I put this? The way I have an idea for the plot right now is it's not going to be obvious right away. And it's going to probably start off as more or less you have your overall goal, establish a land of fantasy, and you're going to have to take small steps. You're going to make some obstacles, but I am planning on having a overarching story that happens and that you guys could decide to bring to the forefront or could be in the background for the most part. That's how I'm going to be doing it. You still need their idea fully, but I admit I don't have an idea of what the plot is going to be right now. But once you guys make a choice of once you guys make your first choice of like a first thing you're gonna do after the current choice, then I'm going to start aim to develop the story from there, because then I'm gonna like, okay, they're doing this. What would happen during this time and stuff, things like that. But I will admit, whatever plot happens in here, it's going to be tailored to the way you guys play the quest. So, like, I wouldn't... Like, if let's say you guys... something that I don't think you guys would ever do. If you guys went to be the route of conquering multiple cities as an evil overlord, more or less, to forcibly convert them to lands of fantasy, then I would probably have it be the plot is like, okay, if this is the route they're gonna go down, then what's the natural reaction of the world? Sending people after them. What about people who have powers? The good people with a heart who care about the general public and stuff and don't want to see people get hurt would probably go against you and would probably come. Okay, what kind of person would possibly lead them? And that's where the questions would go from there. More or less, your decisions will naturally influence the story by what I think the world will react to you and stuff like that. I'm probably also going to throw in at least a few proactive people who have their own plans and are doing their own things already. Because I think a good story needs both, honestly. Reactive and proactive antagonists. Yeah, that's the general idea there. And don't take that to mean that you're like the big evil guys or whatever you're may face off against are gonna be your foil. That's just the most obvious thing I could think of at this very moment. You can tell I have a lot of ideas, can't you? That's literally the hero-villain dynamic. I'm not sure. I said quite a bit just now. Can you elaborate on what part of what I said is that? Because I can see that in two things I said right now. Oh, not confusion. Why? Okay. Hey, the spirits are dead. Cool. Proactive villain seeks to correct something. Reactive hero has to step in to stop the villain and protect people. Yeah, that's a good... That is literally... I was thinking of that when I said that out loud. I was like, that's more or less that entire thing about, like, oh, heroes are... A good hero is naturally reactive, and a villain is proactive, because a villain will do things to better themselves, a hero will do things to help others, and you can't help someone if they don't need help, obviously. But I do... Oh my god, what? Hello, hole in the ground? Interesting. I have no idea where you are, but we're somewhere now. I think a hero can be proactive as well, admittedly, insofar as a hero could also have a distinct plan in mind they want to do, and to help people. So, let's say a hero would also be someone who wants to set up a church, or wants to set up an orphanage, or something like that, to help people. Like, that's something they have to actively work towards, and be proactive in their efforts. But they're still a hero. And a villain could be someone who has tons of plans in reserve and ready to go, all to get to one goal in the end, and they have to wait until certain things happen to enact those plans. They can't force those things to happen, possibly. So I don't think villains and heroes are restricted to being proactive and reactive, and I think they can be both. Yeah. Oh, no more. Of course we do. Okay, let's nuclear blast them. In a dystopian setting, a hero would be active in seeking to change or correct the world. In such a setting, the villain would be reacting to maintain the status quo. Yeah. I hadn't thought of that immediately, but yeah, that's a very good example there. Like, I'd almost call it... This is a weird thing. It's like... I almost call it childish. Do you think that a hero would have to always be reactive, or that a hero who is proactive isn't a good person anymore, or is no longer a hero? God dang, priority. Which I only bring that up because I have seen that kind of thing mentioned online, mostly in superhero stuff. Like, oh, why doesn't X do this and this stuff? Then it's just like, they could, and then someone counters like, oh, but that would make them a villain. And just like, usually both sides are terrible with their arguments, but I just take that as kind of an idea of like, no, don't argue like that. Got it, good. Yes. More XP, do you still need clips? You need not I was gonna say quite a bit, but sure not. I'm kind of like, I'm very curious if you'll come to view the world that we're going to be in as a dystopian world, or as a utopian world. Because I currently see it as both ways. In ways, it's like yeah, maybe I shouldn't say. I want to see your reaction as things are revealed, more or less. In this case, I'm very, very excited. Just talking about this makes me excited to keep writing, even though I'm horrible. You don't think it's a notion of whether or not playing an active role or not is heroic or villainous? Rather, it's just the way the archetypal dynamic works. I'm not sure if that's actually true, though. So, like, I'm thinking to Beowulf, okay? It's not childish to think that way, but it is a very narrow point of view. Okay. But, like, I think of... when you say that, I think of Beowulf, and then I think, like, well, what happens in Beowulf's story? Okay, he waits for Grendel to come to the place. Okay. And then he seeks out Grendel when Grendel's mother, and he pursues her, not because he was asked to, but because he decided he wanted to. The king didn't go like, oh, Grendel's mother came and took the thing? Oh my god, you must kill her now. Just like, nah, he was like, oh no, actually, I'm saying it out loud, I guess you could see it as reactive. I just see that as more proactive almost, because in that story, Beowulf decides to go after her instead of just not when he could. I mean, it's not as black and white as I initially was thinking it would be, but that's interesting. What did you say about that power thing again? I want to check that. You mean, if you remember the bits you've read, a lot of things in Gilgamesh swap between proactive and reactive. What do you call his journey for immortality? Proactive or reactive? It's just first thing that comes to mind when you say that is just like, what's a major part of that story? Gilgamesh going for immortality. He does that in response to Enkidu's death, but he does pursue it because it is what he wants. That part can be a little bit of both. Okay, yeah. I don't know what I was doing. Okay, I don't know what to do here, so oh, yes, this is a dead end for now, so I guess we're going back out. He's reacting to Enkidu's death, yeah, but what you said, yeah, so it is just as, like, kind of halfway between everything there. Oh, god dang it, I went double back. Oh, hi, dude, go away. But Enkidu going to fight him in the first place puts him in a reactive role. True. Oh, god dang it, not another flipping encounter. One group? No, it's multiple group. Of course it is. Nika Nukem. He and Enkidu going to slay Humbaba you think might be more proactive. Also true. I love seeing a nuke go off and kill all the annoying enemies. That's a nice moment. Just found XP too, and that should get, yeah, Eclipse levels up. Nice, really go. Up that oratory, because you can't talk well. And up that theology, so you can cast better spells. The two of them fighting against Bohev and Ishtar could be seen as more reactive, if flip-flops there. I say. Coolio, okay. Who's next to level up now? Looks like it is Nika, actually. Nika's gonna be the next one to level up again. Holy shit. By there, you mean in the epic in its entirety, just to be clear. I see. Oh, there's my neck. There goes my neck again. I'm curious what you'll think of this quest as it goes along. Now, to be fair... Oh, no, wait, Eclipse isn't done docking. Ooh. Cool. Also, I should probably change this to include timestamps. There we go. Oh no, more annoying enemies. Kill them all, please. You think that the archetypal hero's journey will play with that stuff differently? And more interestingly than the archetypal keep shite reactive hero versus proactive hero dynamic. Stuff more differently and more interestingly. Okay. I don't know whether I would agree or disagree with that right now, but Gilgamesh being the source we get the hero's journey from. Okay. I'm not sure if I disagree or agree with that, because it's not something I've ever considered before, so I don't have... right now I haven't formulated an opinion on it. So it's just an interesting thought right now. Are they gonna need anything else, really, at this point, by the way? I mean... he has, 100 thaumaturgy. Enough fine for the most part. Also, I like how we're farther in than we're almost as far in as we were originally, or I think we're going to be farther in than the last game, and I still have no clue what we're actually doing, more or less. I'm gonna have to interpret some of your... Oh, yeah, by the way, do you think simply put, you don't think any of this shite is a hard rule you have to follow, just patterns that pop up a lot? I read TV tropes. I agree with that statement. Very hard, core. Because they tend to work. Yeah, no, TV tropes literally... TV tropes is... I love it, but the entire thing is all just things that are often observed in media. It is not, and they have a trope, which is literally, tropes are tools, which is there to kind of, help people understand that, having a trope, something being a trope does not mean it is bad. Having something be a trope means it is just something that is used within the medium. It is something that is a tool, something that people use to do something. I think, which is why I find that so interesting, too, because reading through the different uses of tropes makes it very interesting to see how people use them, or how people may, how they're kind of employed, even if people don't purposely do that. So, I don't, when I was writing what I've written so far with the quest, I was never thinking of anything like that, honestly. But it's stuff that can come up anyway. You both like and hate TV tropes. I am not at all shocked to hear that. Just something I'm not surprised someone has strong feels about TV tropes. It's not exactly something people usually have what was the word? Uniform opinion on. I can kind of guess why you might like and hate it, so I'm gonna read now why you might like hate it. You think it can be interesting to read through some of the pages and argos and you get ideas for things just based on the descriptions. Indeed. God dang, these guys live? What a shame. How they gotta die. But then it's pretty cringe sometimes because it is a really Reddit kind of place and every page is written in memes. I kind of disagree with that when it comes to the main pages. of the article of the media articles. I don't disagree though when it comes to say the articles about the YMVs, the head scratchers, things like that. I don't disagree with that necessarily in those parts, but I don't really see it for that. No, you can't. You read. I never post on it, so I also go to Reddit for FGO almost exclusively. But like I have 9 out of 10 pages are written in meme. Maybe I just don't get memes. that literally could be why I don't understand it, because I'm not exposed to memes enough to really probably have a great idea of when something's just being absolute memery occasionally, so yeah. I do like reading through it though. It's always interesting for me. I never find myself bored when I'm browsing it. You either know all the trope names and what they mean, or you're just stuck on the site for an hour just to read and understand one trope. I kind of love that I kind of love that admittedly, so like, you're right, I'm a horrible person to ask that on. I just kind of like the fact that you can get sucked in like that. Yeah, I know. Just burger them. Oh wait, we don't have everyone ready. Run, possibly? That works. I like it with it. I feel like I made a good decision, by the way, in just writing the quest out, because God, like I would totally not do this on the board. I'm just too nervous about that kind of stuff. So just doing it on the Discord is much better for my sanity. I'm still cringing at my own writing for the most part, but like, yeah, you know what? It's good that I'm at least writing. It'd be worse if I wasn't. You either know what TV tropes means when they use the phrase word of God, or you come away thinking some creator somewhere in extreme pompous blowhard, for one example. I mean, it's not so the thing is, some people are pompous. My immediate thought when you say word of God is, oh, there's also that idea of, what is it? Death of the author, which is not something TV tropes came up with, and is actually from a paper that is a concept that's used widespread. So like, some things a lot of things in TV tropes actually have meaning. Some of it is based on, you know what, I think I understand what you mean by memery now, because like, what kind of lame powers heart is, I wouldn't call that memeing though. Like, because like that's a reference to Captain Planet. But when I think about it, I was like, is that a meme, or is that just too deep internet reference? Is in reference to something that used to be said often a meme? Or is it just a concept that gained popularity and then spread to mean more than what it originally meant? Yeah, some of the trope names are named after real things and describe the real things they're named after. I mean, there's also something like, say, the Scrappy. which in the article itself explains the origin of the term from Scrappy-Doo in Scooby-Doo and the general view of the character after a time. But some like heart is what kind of lane power of is heart doesn't have any explanation from my knowledge, and unless you've looked through it things enough, you wouldn't know that's like, oh, that's talking about like the Captain Planet things and the one kid with the power of heart. Like gameplay and story segregation for ludonarrative dissonance. You know, I'm not sure. Like gameplay and story segregation, I think is a bit more clear than ludonarrative dissonance, and I also think ludonarrative dissonance. It's a nice phrase, but it's not something I think anyone would understand. Any normal person would understand what that means at a glance. Also, we have a lot of enemies. Why? Nuke them. It is, to be fair. I assume you mean it is a good name. There. The one is easier to Google. Nuke 'em. I hate when there's like 20 million enemies in this. They weren't even worth. They were barely worth anything. Ooh. That's a rest up for hours now. I've read a lot of quests. It's more self-explanatory. Yes, okay, that is. I've read a lot of quests, and I feel kind of intimidated by some of them. Like, one of them that I used to follow that I don't really follow anymore because I actually kind of got sick of the way it's written is, Guerra Magica at Fligo Sistema, which is a Madoka Magica quest that goes extremely in-depth with every choice and every decision, and it is well written, and I think it shows consequences very well, but it is also very slow, like insanely slow, because a single in-game day could take you months, if not months, like 5 months to get through in real time. And that is just like, oh my god, like, the result is usually very good, but god, that's just so long. And another one I've read that I had a problem with, I don't remember the name right now, but there's another Madoka Magical one, where the problems, where it was updated fairly often, but every problem in it was very simply solved. Like, it felt too easy to fix something, or things that should be difficult weren't as difficult, and problems kind of came out of nowhere. Well, because it felt like the writer for that one didn't understand how to do state very well, and that wasn't good. I actually dropped that one because it got really annoying. It was really disappointing. Not annoying, just such a sad one for me. What else do I notice with the quests I've read? Actually, that is like the general problem with quests I notice is they take, like, the time in story and the time out story is usually so big of a difference. Like, we've already, even in my quest that I've gone in the Discord so far, you probably, like, how much time has passed, actually, but we've already got a day in real time having passed. And, like, that's because I'm waiting, you do have to consider, though, for a minute, like, oh, yeah, you're waiting for votes to come in, okay, yeah. But then it's also just, like, I don't know how to put it, I just don't like how slow it can be. It's why I'm kind of, like, going, should I do longer parts, or should I do shorter parts? What's, like, better for us? I'm also questioning a lot here because I don't know how quests do this, and I'm not sure how I should either necessary yet, but how to choose when people make choices. Like, when do I give you guys a choice, or when do I just think like, okay, do I just have the MC acting character for now and just do that? Like, some things are obvious, like, hey, do you help this person who's asking for your help right now? Okay, yeah, good. But then it's also like, okay, let's say you decide to go to the city and investigate stuff. Okay, how far do I go? Do I have you just kind of look into things on your own? Like, because, like, there's, like, obvious things that you guys would be interested in? Or would I not? Like, I don't know. I don't know when to give you guys choices, I guess, necessarily. I feel like what I've gotten so far isn't too bad. Like, oh, you've barely done anything, though. Yeah, I know. Okay, you just told me to be okay. You don't know what to be okay about. No longer okay. Someone asked for help. Player choice. Okay, yeah, that's something that I had concluded myself, but I'm curious. You're probably about to give an example. Story has you investigate a thing. Okay. Weaklings? Not really. Yeah, weaklings for long. Really. Oh, yep, they're all dead. Story has to investigate things. Just go over what the protagonist discovered and give the players the choice of whether to look more or leave. Okay. It sounds so simple, but for me, I don't know. It is that simple, probably. It's just my own nervousness getting the better of me. No matter what the player picks, the character leaves by the end of the next choice. Okay, you see that. Unless staying leads to another special something. Yeah, it's gonna be, when we get to do actual conversations with people too, like getting attacked or something, yeah. Getting attacked would probably be you guys get a lot of choices most likely during attack. And I'm gonna probably pick what I did from Sistema Afligo, that other quest I mentioned before, where, like, how they did conversations in that story was, the players chose the topics to hit and the general disposition that the character did, and, like, you probably wouldn't have to do this, but preparation of what to say if you wanted to say something. Like, if the character mentions something as in response, how to respond to that. That's probably how I want conversations to be done, because I think that's a good way of getting across like what the players want to say without having to stop every single time you're gonna say something, more or less, and allowing you to be a bit more proactive with your questions and reactions. Proactive with the reactions. That's not enough, you moron. No, not at all. How much more XP do you need, Mika? Oh, yeah. I have no idea where we're going, by the way. Still. Oh my god, another encounter! I know, back up to clips. We should probably just blade some, honestly. I'm very interested. Ooh, I'm very interested in everything that's gonna happen in the quest. Just because I think it's really fun. It's like DMing, except interesting. You still say this idea could make a half-decent game idea if you were to make it a weird, bastard blend of CRPG and VN, but as you said, you have to build it. Yeah. I mean, I do like the sounds of it as a game, honestly, too. Not like it's actually a bad concept, especially when... Oh, hold on a second. Sorry about that. Okay. What was I saying? Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad, like, VN, combo with something. It's just that that's a lot of work and also art. Seriously, for someone like me, that is the biggest intimidation factor. Art. Otherwise, it's interesting and I think quite cool. It's because and the reason why it could be a decent game is because as I've described to you, there's a lot of choices. You got elements of the RPG with changing your equipment and things like that. It'd probably play something like Long Live the Queen, maybe, if you ever heard of that. You choose a schedule during the week and you up some skills during that game, and then during the week you can pass skill checks that can change the events of the story. Like that's like the thing that immediately comes to mind when I think of like how would the game play, and it's like something like that maybe, because you'd have access. In theory though, for that you'd have access to a whole lot more things. I have no idea where we're going still, by the way. Hello, Kraken man. I don't know why you're still here. God, I wish I actually had a butt. I should make a hotkey for turning off the mic in OBS. Huh. Why haven't I done that yet? That's something I gotta do, I guess. Yeah, that's something I just gotta do. But I'm very interested in what's gonna happen next in the story. I'm just gushing about it because I don't enjoy writing. I enjoy ideas, and now I'm writing. You picture playing like a weird cross between Fate Stay Night, Ace Attorney, and Persona, but without being able to swap between different personas because of the way the rules for this thing work. Yeah, I don't see the Ace Attorney part you're talking about admittedly. That may just be because I don't yeah. Do you mean the investigation aspects of Ace Attorney, or the argument aspects of Ace Attorney? Do you mean the murder aspects of Ace Attorney? I'm not sure what you mean by there. Conversations. I see. Okay. Investigations, yeah. You know, if I were to do it, there'd probably be an overall time limit in the game. So like if I were to in this theoretical game, there would probably be time limits you'd have. Like, let's say you have you wake up at something like 8, and then you have until 10 o'clock at night. That you have those hours during the day. You start the day off with options you can take upon, and then you choose what you're going to be doing, and each action takes up a certain amount of time, and by the end of the day you're going to as time goes on, certain options open up, certain options disappear, and then you go through the day like that. That may be how it works. I've seen that done in some games, and like Persona is one of those games, and I think it's kind of cool. Yay, more XP still. I still have no idea where we're going. Oh my god, another encounter! Oh, good, it's just you. Please get out of my way. Oh no, it's Grunt Rapper that time. Then you can do it like Persona or other such social sim games where you choose which options you go with and each one passes the time in the day. Yeah. If you were to do the investigation segments, though, I do so what I would have is general time. So let's say you have morning, noon, afternoon, night as your time. Then whatever area you go on, then you have, let's say, 5 hours in each area, and then until the next time part enters. And have some extra events that are free actions that don't make time pass. Yeah. That would be another thing that you probably would desperately want to have. Yo, the people on bikes. Yep. Theory crafting for how the game would work. Oh my god, yeah, I also remember, I can't remember the names right now, but I did read some very good, Fate Go-wish, or rather just general, what would it be called? I've read some very good general, Fate Holy Grail War fiction, Holy Grail War fiction in, flipping, what is it called? By Anonymous Rabbit. It was quite nice, honestly. And if you really wanted to make it like Persona 5, you just have Chen pop up and tell you to go to bed early for 4 months straight. No! That's always annoying. Oh my god, that beginning part of every Persona game where it's just like... Or not every Persona game, 3, 4, and 5 rather, I should say. Where just like, you have no time to do anything. In these first... The tutorial is like, the tutorial lasts for far too long. Get me out of here. Like, I'd almost prefer an actual just, like, big old annoying pop-up than what they do sometimes. Because, what they do, it just takes forever. Everything. Oh my god, that's level 16 bug? What? Jesus. You didn't think it was that bad in P4G. I haven't played most of the Persona games, or any of the Persona games, actually, but I have watched them, and I always think they look a bit torturous. Though intro sequence is still like 2 hours, though. Like, I know oh my god, not again! I know 2 hours isn't much in terms of the game. Oh my god, we had one fight, we didn't take any actions, why? Oh my god, let me do stuff. I know 2 hours in the grand total of that game isn't much, but... like, every time you start the game, you're gonna have to go through those 2 hours of just not being able to do stuff you want, and that just seems horrible. I guess that's my biggest problem with the long tutorials, honestly, is the fact that you can't really... What the fuck is this? You can't really skip them, per se. You can mash through the buttons and stuff, but you can't do much else. And every time you start the game again, you're just gonna have to go through it again. And I think that's kind of lame. Kind of very lame, in fact. I have absolutely no clue what I'm gonna be... The games have a skip button for a reason, bruh. Dude, yeah, they do. I don't think they're good enough. I'd like to just completely skip the tutorial. Why are the low damage rows? Come on, get a high damage row. Oh god, don't not for them. You think the fast forward thing is awful, but it's not as good as a proper skip button. Yep, proper skip button is nice. So what are these? Kill them faster, please. That's still better than having to mash the buttons. True. Though I kind of see that in the way of, it's better to have to take off one finger than have to take off two, except you'd rather not have to take off any fingers at all. Oh my god, why were those two worth so much XP? What? Why were those two randos just worth, like, all the XP there? Jesus. The skip button in crosscode is the same way now that you think about it. Oh, yes, that means crosscode a bad game then. Yep, well, we're out of here, guys. No more crosscode ever again for anyone's channel. I kid, obviously, but you know. Okay, that's probably good enough. Okay, save the game. Let's keep exploring. Huh. You wonder if there's some weird thing happening in the code for both games that they're forced to fast forward instead of completely skip. Okay, let me think about that for a second. Would there be anything theoretically that would force the programmers to make the games in that way? I mean, maybe there's flags and shit that have to be triggered by dialogue, maybe? But okay, but... So that would be poor programming in that case, though. So, what would you do? What should a skip button do? Okay, so if you're skipping an entire cutscene, then pressing the designated button should, theoretically, fade to black, skip over all dialogue, and skip the code parts, skip to certain portions. And at that point, if you have a variable which tracks if you have skipped, then you turn on certain things, like those variables that you have, that would be triggers in this case, you then enable, if either they have naturally been enabled, or if this function, or value, rather, is now set to true. That's what I would imagine, at least. Because but at the same time, like, the only thing then is, like, they've coded really badly, or it's so complicated in a way that's not worth trying. Which both is bad, yeah. Let's see, why is this area over here? Oh my god, not again. Yeah, there's not really any great reason I can think of for why you wouldn't be able to straight up skip. Maybe for the PS5 and console stuff, you just don't have enough buttons. But you can still do hold triggers and stuff to check, so I don't know. Ah, Kamado Dadam. That's how you say Kamada Mada. This is probably gonna level us up after this battle for Nika, I mean. How many people has Nika killed? 1,080. Cool. Uh-oh. Yay, they're all dead. Hey, that should be enough XP, right? Yeah, Nika levels up again. Holy, oh, okay, that's really cool now. Two skills at level 100, Nika. Nice deal. I guess get the mythology up. Sure, why not? Oh, and you get a new spell, Nika. Cool. Let's take a levitate. Sure. If you remember P4G right, okay. The game, go and rest. You think that everything up until you get your 4th party member is a sort of prologue. Huh. I think you're right about that. I don't know what I remember seeing. Oh, who's next to level up? Oh, wow. Flipping Dange is really close to leveling up. Being a level 14. Amazing. But things sort of open up and you can start doing whatever you want after being the mid-boss in the first dungeon. Dungodian! I know, you corrected it. I was like, did he correct it? Oh, he did correct it. But remember that taking feeling longer in 5. Interesting. I didn't expect to get so many levels in this single area, honestly. It was weird. Also, I think we're almost at a higher level now than we were at the end of the last game. That's amazing. Took us a while, but we're actually getting to the point where I think, like, once we get a bit more magic, I think we're going to be at the point where we should, in theory, not come across anyone who could be a danger to us for a long while. Hi, Kamado Dragon. And also, I like how we haven't replaced anyone's weapon except for being Xenobite since the beginning, because the weapons we carried over were so good. That's a nice feeling. Okay, that went well. Where do you go? Okay. More spells to heal everyone. That is a really inefficient spell. What's everyone's resistances at right now, by the way? They're getting better than they were at some point in time. Oh my god, don't need so much more Xenobites? Like, Jesus, you're low on that regen for magic. Huh. Oh, yeah, and at the moment, everyone can probably multi-class into whatever they want, but it's better, honestly, just for me to keep them as is, because high levels have such nice advantages. Oh, full rest. Cool. Okay. Save the game again. Forward. Wait, we found a path we used to be on? How do you reconcile wanting to make your concept into a game with your inability to code good? Make art for the game I would program. There's a reconciliation. Wait, where are we about to get to? Where are we now? Oh, did we manage to get to Uthgar somehow? Oh my god, managed to get to Uthgar somehow. Okay. Maybe we have enough potions now to get to that island thing? Let's give it a shot. Oh god, why do we have to do this every time? It's dumb. Means I gotta keep a mostly useless item around, sadly. Oh, the lever! Okay. So we have a couple of stamina restoration potions now. Let's go talk to that priest again, though. Because he should hopefully have a couple more on him. And if he does, that means we have another way of getting to that island thing. In the middle of a lake, where we have to walk out because everyone's coward. Yeah. Welcome, children. Do you seek healing for the body or guidance for the soul? Heal. What? Yeah. Ooh, yes, that is my language the language of my people. Congratulations. Moderate stamina. We're actually out of room. We want those though. Aya? Who the heck do I think I am? Am I Aya? Yes. I am the reincarnation of Aya. Born 12 times over. You will obey me. Anyway, we got the potion. Let's leave and see if we have enough items now to get across with our maxed out swimming, which seems to be mostly useless, honestly. Just because you can swim perfectly doesn't mean you can swim for long, apparently. I went the wrong way. Why is there just a space there that's like that? Okay. Okay. Why would you obey a journalist? I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh god, we actually got an encounter again. A tabloid journalist said that even. Look, her tabloids are the best tabloids in the world. You should read them, totally. Anyway, kill the red fish. Ah, dang it. Okay, hold on. I gotta go and get food. I'll be back in a bit. Sorry. Okay, back already. Yep. Sorry about that. To be honest, a lot of Tuhu lore to be taken in from Bun Bun Muru and Kakashi Spirit News. Yeah, there's a lot of lore there, honestly. It's cool. Anyway, another step forward. Okay. Go to the inventories now. If you're poison, you need to, yeah. Drink. You. Drink. You. Drink. You. Okay, who's up? Very good. And one more. There we go. Okay. Who has the moderate? There we go. Oh, by the way. Oh, yep. What's the by the way? By the way. Hmm? Wait, what? Did I squeeze Kyo into something I was writing? What? Oh, no, that... No, that isn't what... Wait. That it wasn't meant to be a Kyo reference. That's not meant to be a Kyo reference. That is, I swear. It's not. It may fit surprisingly well as one, but it's not. Right, how many resources we have to use on this because we're just that bad of swimmers most of the time. Yeah, we just have to stop every couple of steps because otherwise we're dying. Jesus. Oh, I don't know if we're gonna make it. Probably not, honestly. It sucks, but I want to try. Oh my god, how far away are we right now from this thing? Oh, we're so far away. Oh my god, restful restores it for everyone. What? That's amazing. Holy shit, I wish I realized that sooner. Oh my god, that's really good. No! Look, you can just start seeing the land now. Oh my god, we can get so close! Okay. I'm curious. What happens if we take off our armor? Can we go farther with less armor on, I wonder? That would explain why some people drown faster if armor actually has an effect. Okay. Let's stay and go again. I hope this all works out in the end. Iga, blast them, please. Okay, that worked out well just now. Okay. Flip. Let's roll. Why are some of us horrible swimmers even at max level swimming? I don't know what the what's for, but I know what I want to do. No, I don't want you to sleep again. I want you to save us. Oh my god. No, why are we so terrible at it? Why can we barely swim? Don't remember what that does. I know, but I want to get us somewhere. Okay, and one more. There we go. Okay. Oh god, not another one. Come on. We actually can't deal with encounters right now. Come on. And the spell fizzled because of course it did. The moment we need it the most, it fizzles out and betrays us. I'm curious, does levitate make it... Oh, congratulations there. You gained a lower level. Congrats. That's totally what you need right now, not everything else. Betrayed by your own spell. Can you imagine? Oh yeah, I'm imagining it right now. Oh my god, you're kidding me. Timing! The timing is perfect! Strong cast restful. Let's begin. Oh my god, this is the perfect time. Mika, drink. I said drink, Mika. No! Year 2 thing, is it possible that some 2s refuse to be projected into the future, or that some of the ones that might outright refuse to be used by the protagonists? That is a possibility, yes. Mostly because it's interesting for the story to do that. Just hurry. You. Oh god, come on. No, we were so close. Okay, I'm curious now. Okay, who did I give levitate? I gave levitate, right? Okay, cast, max level levitate. Does that help? I don't know, but I hope so. Levitate is useless! Why? Why does levitate have to be useless? I want it to be useful, but it's always shite. Remember when we tried and we just fell down a pit? Yes, I do, and it's still quite shite. Why is levitate shite? Come on. Come on. Oh, I want to get across the sea. I want to get across the sea. Now there's jellyfish. Of course there are. Please be able to nuke them, Nika. We really need to get rid of these things. Jesus. It's not enough XP! Why is levitation so useless? I'm gonna check this. Hold on a second. I want to check this. Is it really just like the most use? I took it because I thought maybe it could help us. Maybe it could help us. Maybe it could help us in some way. Hold on. Let's see. Wizardry 7 spell. Okay. There. Nope, all it does is reduce damage and falling damage. That's a flip, we're out at sea. Why the hell are we hearing crickets and fog? I don't know. Also, no, it does nothing for us. It's literally useless in this case. Great, lovely, eat it. Oh my god, is there like no real chance like helping us in there? We have nothing to, there's nothing to make us easier, like Jesus mothers. It doesn't look like it. It looks like everything, like there's nothing we can do to make this any easier but travel. Oh my god, this is insane! How are you supposed to get across there? Oh, it's Wizardry 7, I need to know. Wizardry 7 swimming. Rent a boat. They don't make boats anymore because they're terrified of things in outside sea. I'm just checking. What's the flip? Nope, no knowledge here. It's feeling just a bloody death trap somehow. Like, ugh. I have no idea how we're supposed to get to this place. I need more potions. Ah. Because I know what we're gonna be doing for next time. Because apparently this is gonna be a hard time. Great, lovely, hate you. Oh, for me it's so. Ah. Yep, give me pain. Swimming. I'm looking at stuff. Swimming. Is everything useless in this goddamn thing? God dang it. Oh. Just checking, reading something up, and just like, is there anything that helps? Is there like any advice for swimming, or is it all just useless bullshit? Nope, I don't see any way, so I guess we're just going to have to cheat next time by literally getting as many of those potions of stamina as possible and chugging them like they're apple juice. Because, yeah. Jesus. Well, even though it's a bit early, that's going to be it for tonight. I've got stuff I want to do. I want to get to that writing. I need to ask my friends questions and stuff for the quests. That way we can get that done and hopefully have a great time. Besides that, Clips may or may not be streaming something tomorrow around 7. I'm going to be doing more bug fixing this weekend around 10 o'clock this Saturday and 1 o'clock on Sunday for 4 hours. That'll be interesting. No, it'll be a long time and a bit of boring, but I think it'll be interesting. So But yeah. Thank you for coming to the stream. I enjoyed discussing stuff and all that other good stupid joining streams. Yep. And I hope you all have a wonderful night. So until next time, thank you again, and thank you so much. And one last word, and it is the most important word. Goodbye.